Cooked with Eric Reed and Midwest Professional Reps. Here's your host, Eric Reed.
Hey, welcome to Cooked with Eric Reed. This is a new podcast. This is our first episode that we'll be doing. I'm with Midwest Professional Reps. We're a manufacturers rep group out of Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and Southern Illinois. We will be discussing different aspects of the food service industry, all through the lens of manufacturers reps. We'll bring on some of our manufacturers. We'll talk through some different types of equipment, but mostly we'll just talk about the industry as a whole, what we're seeing, what people are excited about. On this specific introductory episode, my business partner, Chad Ridgway, is going to be joining us. He's currently at a trade show in Nebraska, which we thought was kind of perfect for him to come on and join us while he's in the middle of doing exactly what we do on a regular basis. What we do on a regular basis is our job is to, it's in the name, represent the manufacturer. But our job really is to go out and get people excited about the brands we represent. So we represent 24 manufacturers in the food service equipment side of things. And my job's to go out to the dealers that stock and sell stuff and tell them what's new and exciting, make sure they're informed, make sure they're educated, go out and see end users, so the actual customers. If you're in a restaurant, that's, a restaurant, a hotel, a casino, something like that. If you hear us use the word or the term end user, that's what we're talking about, is the actual operation that is using that equipment. We talk to them and make sure that they're getting exactly what it is that they need for their operation, that they're not just taking their best guess, or they've seen something before, they want something similar, or they're just, on autopilot going, sure, whatever, I need a range, I don't care, this is the brand I know, get me another one of them. And really trying to solve any problems that an operation may have. If you're struggling through your equipment working properly, or you have something in your operation that's slowing the system down, slowing the process of getting orders out down, you can talk to us, and we may have some equipment that might help you out with that might streamline your service, might make things a little better, but really just getting you exactly what you need to do your job as easily and effectively as possible. And then on the back side of it, we are there for after-sale support as well. So our job is to come out after you purchase something and teach you how to use it, teach you the features and benefits of it, the operation of it, programming, and really make sure you're comfortable utilizing that equipment that you purchased. Some of the things, it's not going to require it. I mean, we represent Hatco, and they sell a lot of stuff that does need demos, but then they sell a lot of stuff that doesn't. Like, you're not going to want me to come out and show you how a strip heater works. I'm going to show you how to flip a switch and roll a dial and tell you to keep the thing clean after it's cooled down, of course. So that's, those kind of things. If somebody needed me 100% to come out and be on site and check it, sure. But for the most part, that kind of stuff, you don't even want me walking in there and saying, I've got to tell you how to flip this switch. But we have some programmable equipment and some things that do take a little extra, and we want to make sure you know how to use them. We want to make sure you're comfortable with it. And that way you're not frustrated with how it's working in your operation because no one showed you exactly what all it could do. In addition to Chad that you're going to meet today, we have our full team is 6. So there's me, Eric Reed. We have Chad, who, like I said, you'll meet today, Chad Ridgway. Matt O'Donnell is in Kansas City. And then we have Dustin Ryder in Iowa. And Elisa Schulte is here in St. Louis with me. And then we have Katie Hahn, who is our quoting guru and inside expert. She's pretty much the glue that keeps absolutely all of us together. And
can't imagine that job.
Yeah, right. I can't imagine anyone having the job of trying to keep us on track. But Katie really is often the front line, the first person that gets a phone call or an email, especially when there's something that needs after sale support, and then she gets it to whichever one of us needs to jump in, take care of it, go out, train, whatever it might be. What I love most about what I do, what we do, is one, having been in operations before doing this job, having been a chef, I really love getting to genuinely help people and make sure that they're happy with what they have, they know how to use it, and a lot of times, like especially when people have good experiences, that becomes somebody you can go in and talk to, especially when it's an operation that I really enjoy going to. It's a lot of fun because you get to go in, you get to see them using your product, you get to have conversations with them again after it, and you start to build relationships with people. It's not just transactional. It all becomes a relationship where you are genuinely interested in these people's lives, or at least their business well-being. Hey, I'm here with Chad Ridgway, my partner. He's currently in Nebraska at a trade show. So, Chad, why don't you introduce yourself?
Good afternoon. I'm not in just any part of Nebraska. I'm in Kearney, Nebraska, the sandhill crane capital of the world. And we are working a trade show for Cashway, Bowler, and Sunflower. And not only are we sharing hotels with everybody, and by the way, they bring in 11 states worth of people. They bus them in, put them up for the night, have entertainment. So this trade show is it's busy and it's good and it's fun to meet a lot of people. At the same time that that's going on, the sandhill cranes are really popular, and people come in from all over the country to look at these birds with their binoculars and with their cameras. So you never know who you're going to talk to in the hotel lobby.
Have you learned a lot about sand cranes this week?
I've been doing this for 24 years, but I know all about it. They call them the the ribeye in the sky is what they call them.
The
Except
ribeye
for
in the
there's
sky.
all the ribeye in the sky, and you can't eat them in Nebraska. So people go hunt them in Texas, which
Really?
probably sounds shocking to everybody. Yeah, they hunt them in Texas, but it's illegal to do it in Nebraska. Today, I am showing a lot of Hatco merchandising. No toaster though, but we are showing. This show, just so you know, is a lot of C-store business. So, and then they have mom and pop restaurants and a little bit of healthcare. So I am showing a lot of the Hatco C-store merchandisers, theater merchandisers. And then on the other side of my booth, I'm showing the whole salmon line, uh, vacuum seal, sous vide cooking, veg prep, food processor, stick blender. Figure
So
there's something somebody can't live without.
you do you have cookies out too? Got to make sure you get that food group in.
Right, right. That's been a staple for so many years. But the problem is I'm at a food show. There's a billion different types of cookies. And then the other problem is I'm trying to show my Hatco merchandise and everybody wants to know where I got my cookies, which was from like Walmart. It's Walmart down the street. So
What we're hoping to do with this is kind of talk through the hospitality industry as a whole, have some different guests on, talk through um, what kind of trends and things we're seeing, but all from the lens or from our perspective of being manufacturers reps. So just to break down kind of what that means, because Chad and I both run into it all the time that we have somebody that we're talking to and we're talking about a specific product or a couple of products, bar layout, glassware, dinnerware, whatever it might be. And at the end of the conversation, we have to go, cool, who do you want to buy this from? And a lot of people go, you. I thought that's why I was talking to you. And that's one of the biggest hurdles that we overcome in our job every day, is to go through and make sure that we're going out and we're seeing customers, we're seeing end users, and supporting them and making sure that they get the right product that fits their operation. But then also, we're not actually completing the sale at the end of every day. They still have to purchase whatever that is through a food service dealer, food service equipment dealer. And so we usually have to make that handoff, or we go in with the dealer to try it and make that sale. And then we also, on the other side of it, we support the dealer as well. If there's any sort of quality issue, any concerns, anything that anybody wants done after the sale, we're usually the first contact as well. Even if that customer has a relationship with a dealership, with a food service equipment dealership, even if they call that dealership, the sales rep at the dealer is probably calling one of us when it's our equipment and saying, hey, I need to know this about it. I need the manual. Can you go out and train these guys on how it works? We are the experts on the specific manufacturers we represent. We represent about 24 manufacturers, and that's our job in Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, and Southern Illinois. We are representing the factory that makes that equipment. So we're going out, we're trying to get people excited about it, make them want to buy it, and then also support the sale after the fact as well. If you buy a Mariforni pizza oven in Missouri, one of us is going to come out after you purchase it and show you how it works. We're going to train you on it, show you how to program it, run a couple pizzas or steaks or bread or whatever it is you want to run through that oven, and make sure you are comfortable and know how to use it before we leave. And that is part of our job as well. So it's ever changing, new challenge, new excitement every day. But it's a really good, it's a really cool industry. I mean, Chad, you've been over here now for, you had 17 years?
24.
24. Okay. I can't remember. It's one of those, I have a thing on my calendar of your start date, and it's just a reminder that it's your work anniversary, and then I just have the year you started somewhere in the calendar notes so I can figure it out every year.
I wanted to add on to what you said, though, Eric, because, talking about supporting our dealer community and our local dealers, this is important. And I love to go call on end users, but they can't buy it from us, like Eric said. But I think one of the biggest challenges that we have today, it's bigger than ever, is us introducing a product and they love it, and then they go online and buy it. And that takes the dealer community out of the equation. Quite frankly, it takes us out of the equation. And there's no after sale support. Or if it shows up damaged, or something goes wrong within the first year. And so we really want to try to, is that worth a little bit extra money? Bringing it in that. And it's a major challenge that we get on a daily basis, multiple times daily. People buying online, and why they should stick with the local dealer.
Well, it goes back to your saying every time we're ever at a trade show, how you always relay to everybody that, we want to do it, we want to come out and support face-to-face, eye-to-eye, actually be in your establishment, get to see what you're doing, work with you, be able to see more aspects of what you're doing and really help you out. We take plenty of phone calls in a day, plenty of emails, but actually being there, seeing it, talking to the customer, and them being able to show you exactly what they're doing, how they're using it, changes the conversation, and usually helps you narrow down what it is that they're actually needing.
That is one thing nice about our jobs. I have days and phone calls that cost just as much as everybody else, but we also get to meet new people daily, and especially right now, this show. I love doing these. Where else can I see, 100 people in 4.5 hours? And same thing with tomorrow. It's a 2 day show. So I enjoy. When I was younger, I hated them and I dreaded them and I was nervous and had a bunch of anxiety. It does suck loading a car up and listening to everything rattle all the way up here. But I love. Where else can you talk to 100 people in a day? You know? I don't know what will come out of it, but you never know. The answer's no if you don't ask. Always. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in. My car's my office.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Every time we're somewhere and you meet somebody that you don't know, and you hand them your card, and you're like, "It's got my office number on there. The office is parked right out there."
Right. I've said that 100 times today.
Yeah, I'm sure. We'll have a episode here very shortly talking about the National Restaurant Association show. Make sure that I say it all the way out, and so I don't say NRA and think for some reason we're like selling toasters at the gun show.
I am sous vide and pork chops
In the booth?
currently. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Except for I got this one thing, Eric. I just learned it today. Just came up with it. If you say the word sous vide, remember I'm in Kearney, Nebraska. And you say sous vide, some of these folks, their eyes roll back and they just turn and walk away. So we are doing American water bath cooking. And that gets their attention. They're like, well, what's that? Right, yeah.
I'm laughing so hard because I'm currently rewatching Arrested Development, and just yesterday, one of the episodes that I watched, their dad that's supposed to be in prison is hiding in the attic currently, and he buys a hot tub and a bunch of freezer meals, and he turns the hot tub up as high as it'll go and drops the freezer meals in the hot tub to cook them. That's now all I can picture. I mean, I guess you could use that large Samick circulator, right? The newest one, the XL, the Smart Vide XL, and the heated tank. It's 30 gallons. You could make like your own little personal hot tub. Just have it kick on and circulate.
Right. I even told Nate that when he was in town.
What were Nate's
It's
feelings
got double
on that?
use. Double use.
I think we talked about at one point doing a like a story time section as part of this, like, actual stories of things you've witnessed and done. This one isn't mine. It was a chef that I had in culinary school, one of my instructors. But my favorite part about just thinking through this was he apparently walked in one day to the kitchen, and there was one of his cooks sitting inside the steam jacket kettle, so the tilting kettle, taking a bath. It's like first thing in the morning, like 7 in the morning. Apparently the guy had gone out the night before, and it was a little too early of a morning. He didn't trust himself to go home, so he just went back to work, took a nap, got up, and took a bath in the kettle. Yeah, your own little personal hot tub. Why not?
Hey, Jimmy, pass the shampoo.
Hey, did you get table 20 their steaks yet? And can you drop off another bar of soap when you come by?
Yeah, and get my back while you're at it.
But yeah, just to get us back on track, one of the things that we'll have is we'll bring some of our manufacturers on the podcast. We'll have some conversations directly with our manufacturers, especially on things that they are very experienced in. Not necessarily talking about their equipment, but experiences they've had. Some of the guys have some pretty cool experiences of coming from the food service industry, coming from kitchens or different aspects of it, and then getting over to this side of things, to the manufacturing side and the sales side. And it changes kind of your mindset on it. I personally was a chef, and it definitely gives me a perspective that not absolutely everyone that comes into this has, because I'm able to realize how stuff gets used daily, in and out, how people expect it to work, what they want to do with it, and able to speak a language with people that are actually in the kitchen where, they can say some random slang term of a piece of equipment. I'm like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. We can get that. And then we'll do some other aspects where we talk about, like things that are hot at the time, or kind of some trends that we see going on. And really work with folks about how, we'll talk about how we can help, how reps as a whole, we can actually help people make their operations run smoother. The biggest thing here is, a lot of us have sales in our title, in our job titles, but honestly, we want to help people. I don't want to sell anybody crap. I don't want to sell anybody something that doesn't solve their problem, because then you're just going to be mad at me anyway. I mean, I want to be able to come back in and talk to you about more stuff. I want to be able to send other people to see you, and, you're excited to share what you're using, how it helped you, be able to tell stories, not, yeah, don't talk to me about that damn thing. I never want to look at it again.
You know what, Eric, real quick? That is a tribute to our whole line. We're stepping down. Uh, Quality products. We might not be the least expensive, but sometimes we don't really want to be. We're not the most expensive. We want, but I believe everything, put my name behind every single thing that we have, because that's what we're doing as a company. And I think that's important.
Like I said before, it's about 24 manufacturers. And we like to ensure that we represent people that are going to sell and provide quality equipment, because we want to be able to stand behind it 100%, and get people, the best possible solution that they can. And one of the biggest things I think that we have going for us is we enjoy what we do. For the most part, it's fun. We have a great time. Sometimes days get frustrating and things go wrong or whatever it might be, but I think my rule of thumb, the measurement that I always use is, well, was today bad enough to make you want to not do this anymore and go back to working 16-hour days, 7-8 days in a row, not knowing when your next day off is? And I think pretty much every time my answer is no, I don't.
I don't know. I thought about driving a dump truck a couple times.
Hey, there was just one at my house last week. You probably could have offered to drive it. They might have been okay with that.
I've always kept my CDL Class A just in case.
Is that your little boy dream? That was like your childhood.
No, no, I had it from a previous job 25 years ago, and I've always kept it because I figure if all else fails somewhere in life, I can always drive a dump truck. And then after COVID hit and nobody could ship anything, I had this brilliant idea. Oh, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to get a truck. I'm going to drive it to the factory. I'm going to drive it back and deliver it. I'm going to be the all-in-one rep.
We could do a whole segment on that. Where's Chad right now? And it's just like we need a little GPS tracker on you and just pull up the map and watch the little dot move.
Right, right. Well, it was just one of those dumb ideas that I had when I'm driving long ways.
I need somebody to hurry up and make the self-driving car a reality, that, like that's really, really happening, because then if nothing else, we can sit there in it and work the whole trip somewhere. Hey, let me actually answer these emails that are pouring in as I'm driving 4 hours. So thank you to everyone for joining us today, wherever you're listening to us. Thanks to Chad for taking the time out to jump on and do this first episode. And if you made it this far, thanks for listening to our rambling as we work through this first episode. Again, a lot of what we wanted to do was introductory, kind of get us set up for what you guys can expect. And we look forward to doing many more, talking to operations, talking to food service equipment dealers, talking to our manufacturers and other manufacturers, and even other aspects of this whole food service equipment sales side of things. There are so many aspects of it that people don't realize work together. And I think it'll be a lot of fun to explore that and make your common everyday person really know how many hands may have been involved in opening a new restaurant, keeping a restaurant running, keeping any operation up and running, your school cafeterias. We spend a lot of time working with a lot of different folks, and I think it'll be a good time to have these discussions with a lot of different aspects of the industry. Hey, thanks everybody for listening. Please be sure that you subscribe and follow. Go ahead and leave a comment if you have a funny kitchen story, something you'd like to share about being in operations. If you have been in a kitchen, been in a restaurant, been in any sort of food service operation, I'm sure you have a story to share with us, and we'd love to hear them. And please follow us on our social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. You can find us by looking up Midwest Professional Reps.